What's going on, world? This is Chuck Harden, your Power Builder entrepreneur, empowering you so you can empower everything around you. And it is that time for the Fight Forward Friday. Yes, indeed. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We fighting for it. I'm going to give Facebook a chance to do its thing. Generate me a little audience. You guys know I like to come over here on Friday because I'm keeping my commitment to my commitment of giving empowerment, giving education to my audience, to my tribe, to my people, to help all of us become better and ending the fourth quarter right. Yes, this is fourth quarter living, you guys. We're in the fourth quarter. And you got to understand, being in the fourth quarter, it's time to get excited because you can win the game in the fourth quarter. Kayla, what's going on? I see you. I see you. I see you. Thanks for checking in. You guys go ahead and check in with me. Give me your name, your city and state where you're checking in from. And if you happen to be watching the replay, just type in replay, just so I can see what time you guys are available, actually be able to get on Facebook. Because it is Friday. I do get it. I do get it. And I know somebody would say Friday is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. I know what some people think. Let me let you know. Yeah, you thank God it's every day. You just thank God on no Friday. You thank God every day. TGIF means the grind includes Friday. That's what that means. The grind includes Friday. We don't stop in the middle of Friday. Oh, it's Friday. I made it to the end of the week. Oh, no. We push all the way through, especially in fourth quarter living. Now, what we started last week was a series in Fight for Friday about our finances. We are fighting for our finances, right? So I did a training a few weeks back. I went to Game Changer with my mentors and some of my business partners, and we talked about the money and creating wealth. Last week, we talked about the cash equivalents, right? Where most of us are keeping our money in the bank where it's not doing us any good. Keeping our money in the bank, just in the bank, even in a savings account, you guys understand, we lose value with our money there. So that's what we talked about last week, and we told you kind of the mindset and why it works that way. This week, we're going to talk about bonds. Yes, we're going to talk about bonds this week. Now, I know a lot of people hear the word stocks and bonds, and you think you understand because I thought I did, but I didn't. I didn't understand. I was just saying it because everybody else, because that's what everybody else said, right? So I got to really get the education on what a bond is, right? And this is what a bond really is. It's when a institution or a business or any type of institution needs to borrow money. It's a bond. See, when we go borrow money, we have to go get a loan. See how that sounds? I need to get a loan, I need to borrow some money. But when the corporation wants to borrow money, they float a bond. It sounds a whole lot better. It's the same thing. They're borrowing money from whoever wants to put money in, right? For example, you want to build the Georgia Dome and you don't have the cash for it. You don't go get a loan from the bank. No, we're going to float a bond. And we're going to let people invest into the Georgia Dome. That's how they do it, right? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to explain to you exactly what a bond is. And what you have to know, there's several different kinds of bonds, all right? So you know a bond by the title, right? Checking my notes. You know the bond by the title. So you have corporate bonds. You have mortgage bonds. You have government bonds. You have municipal bonds. That the name of it tells you what you're actually investing in. For example, a corporate bond means you're investing into a corporation, into a business. A government bond or municipal bond means you're investing into a government agency, right? Then, of course, you got a mortgage bond. You're investing in mortgages. Pretty simple, right? Now, investing in bonds are better than just having your money in a savings account, okay? So we'll go ahead and say that flat out. But understand, you're not going to create wealth with bonds. What you're doing with the bond is really just breaking even and keeping your money safe. This is for the conservative person, right? Because if your bank's in the savings account, you're losing value every single month. Every month you lose value if it's in a savings account. In a bond, you're probably just about breaking even because you're not going to get a very high interest rate, right? So what you have to know about the bond is the face amount, how much it's worth. You have to know the maturity date, when it becomes whole, and you have to know the interest rate. Again, it's not going to be a high interest rate. Let's think about this. If you have a mortgage bond, that means you're investing in mortgages. Like when people borrow money to buy houses. A mortgage, interest on a mortgage is about what? Between 2% to maybe 5%, 6% at the most. So you're going to get at the most 6%, but it can't even be that high because if they give you 6%, they're not making any money. So you might be getting 4% or 5%, right? Nothing wrong with it. Just understand 4%, you're not making money. You're just keeping up with inflation. So it's a good thing. Just understand, if you can buy it at the bank, you can buy bonds at the bank. So you got to know, if you can buy it at the bank is making a profit from it. So it's very little profit for you. But it is a safe place to put your money. All right? So it's better than the cash equivalent that we talked about last week, getting some bonds, because they do have a maturity date. Normally, it's not like 10, 20 years out. You might get a 2-year, 1 year, 3 year. So you can get to it kind of quickly, but it's not going to create wealth. All right? So just want to be sure you know. So when you go in and somebody starts talking to you about bonds and acting like they're doing you a favor, understand they are not. All right? I'm not hating. I'm just saying they are not. Nothing wrong with it. Just know the game when you go into it. All right. So, you guys, that's my little conversation for today, you guys. This is Chuck Harden, your power builder entrepreneur, empowering you so you can empower everything around you. Hopefully, this has blessed somebody. If it did, share it with the world. Share it with some people and let them know we give an education, financial education, that's not taught in the traditional education system. But in order to win the money game, the first thing you got to do, you got to learn the rules to the game. So we teach you guys the rules to the game. Then we're going to give you some strategies on how you can win the game. All right? Chuck Harden, talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Enjoy your Friday and work all the way through. Peace.